Hello. Welcome to tonight's Bedtime Story by Lucid Tales. I hope your day has been peaceful and full of warmth. But whether it has been sunny skies or rolling thunderheads for you, it's time to relax now. Find somewhere comfortable, whether it is a feather bed or a sleeping bag, and make sure you're ready for sleep. Stretch your arms up above your head if you can, and feel the freedom in your shoulders, the little loosening that means it's time for bed. Tonight's story is a Scottish tale of the redcoat faerie with his red right hand. Deep in the darkest wilds of misty Scotland, there lies a great forest, the Glenmore Wood, full of the strange, pale branches of birch that reach toward the sky like fingers, and the dark green fir that cast evergreen shadows upon the piny floor where the wild deer run. Here there is a great loch, through which run crystal clear waters, and a mighty hill 4 miles high. Beneath this hill there lie treasure caves of fairy gold and purest gems that sparkle even under the dark earth. This land is beautiful indeed. But beware weary travellers out on the roads at dusk, at night, alone in the dark. For out there in that green land lurks a hidden menace, a whisper of wounds. A strange, fae creature walks those darkened roads on nights when unwary folk are not in their beds. This creature is small, no taller than the length of a good woman's forearm, and dressed all in red in the habit of a vile soldier. His name is Death. His name is Doom. His name, like all fae, is unspoken for fear of drawing his wrath. But my dears, I will risk this dreadful sound on my lips to warn you, to keep you safe. The creature's name is Lai Erg, and you will know Lai Erg by his size, by his soldier's coat, but most of all you will know him by his red right hand, stained and coloured with the blood of those who have fallen to his sword, their life spilled onto the thirsty earth. Once upon a time, in the faraway world of yesterday, which was once and never shall be again, there were 3 brothers, walking late along the lonely road through Glenmore Wood. Full of good cheer they were, and rich brown ale. They walked carelessly, young and foolhardy and free, and laughed as they went. But not long after the cold stroke of midnight, a great voice hailed them, shouting a challenge that rang in their ears like the bells of the very devils. "Be you where you stand, and fight like men." The 3 men stood, stopped still in their tracks, and cast their eyes about to discover the creature that had hailed them thus. There in the low-lying mist, at last, one of them caught sight of a bright red glister, as of blood shining wetly under the moon. He cried out in horror, and then laughed. Why, it was but a small man, a little redcoat, no more than 6 inches tall, with his dark eyes glinting in the night. He must have been wounded, for his right hand was red with the slick wetness of blood. That such a small creature could have frightened them so made the 2 older brothers laugh until tears ran from their eyes. The youngest, however, hung back and counselled quietly. "We must leave, brothers. This is not a safe place for you nor I." But they would not hear him. "What a great voice for such a tiny man," said the eldest at last, grinning broadly. "I will fight you if you wish it." "No, brother, do not do this," urged the youngest boy. "I fear for you." The little man did not speak, but his dark eyes glinted in the night. No sooner had the eldest brother drawn his sword and stepped forward than he attacked, and that fine, thin blade ran the brother through and left him dying on the cold earth. Immediately the second brother drew his sword and ran at the little creature, and again the little man attacked, sword whistling through the air as it cut the very life out of the boy, and left him too dying on the cold earth. "And you, boy?" Lyurg asked in a dangerous voice, for Lyurg he was. "Will you fight me to avenge your slain brethren?" "No, I will not." The youngest brother bowed his head and backed away down the road, not daring to turn away from the vicious spirit. The little man raised his red right hand and watched the boy depart, dark eyes glinting still in the night. And that boy returned home, afraid and sorely grieving the loss of his two brothers. But you see, my loves, the youngest brother too had made a fateful error that dark night, for he had spoken to Lyurg, and seen the raising of his red right hand as he departed. And so within 2 weeks he too was dead and buried in the cold earth. So, my lambs, should you meet this strange fae creature, this harbinger in the dark, you will not speak. You will not accept the shouted challenge, acknowledge that raised red right hand. You will cast your eyes to the ground and bow and back away. For Lyurg is a proud creature, a valiant and raging spirit, and if he should find you wandering late along his chosen roads, then he will shout a challenge that will ring in your ears like the bells of the very devils and stop you in your tracks. He will ask you to dance the swords with him, and should you accept, you will be slain as surely as I say these words to you. For no mortal may cross swords with Lyurg and live, and she who speaks one word to him is doomed to die. Good night. Sleep well, and I will see you soon for another bedtime story.